Hi everybody! So, as part of as part of my trying to do a sweater a month between now and December using stash yarn, I have just bound off my stowaway chevron sweater. So that is done. I just have to soak and block it. But the knitting part, it's done. The ends are woven in. So now I'm ready to cast on the next sweater, and I'm going between the Coastal Crop Raglan, which I'll be knitting with Hypothesis yarn in her Tweedy DK base and the Lyra colorway, and my second puntilla, which is Hohi Locatelli, and that one I'm going to be knitting with Illimani Echo Llama in their light gray base. I'm kind of going back and forth. I know that the DK one will knit up quicker, but I've done the puntilla before, and I'm really curious how it's going to turn out a second time where it was my first sweater. So I'm kind of going back and forth. And I don't know which one to choose. There's this part of my brain saying, hey, why don't you cast them both on? But that's the dumb part of my brain. So I don't know. I'm really leaning towards the puntilla. I'm leaning towards it to the point where I've actually started circling. Like, what I do when I go through is I will go through and mark the size that I'm doing. So you can kind of see, like, I've marked here. So then what I'll do in the pattern is I'll go through and I'll circle all of the numbers that match up. So if it says knit, like, you know, for my size 52, then I'll just circle it so that when I'm going through, it just makes sure that I don't accidentally pick up the wrong number. I think I'm leaning on the puntilla. So you know what? I think that's what I brought both of the yarns with me, and I caked up like a couple balls of the Hypothesis yarn, but I really want to knit with the Hypothesis yarn. I don't know. Decisions. I don't know. Stay tuned. There's like a rogue raspberry on the kitchen floor. I think it must have rolled off when we were unpacking the groceries. We went to Uprooted and we got some like fresh veg and stuff. The dog wants the raspberry since it's been on the floor. You can have it. Do you want a roast? Do you like raspberries? Do you like them? Oh, you like, okay. You don't care, you'll eat anything. I decided I'm going to start with the Coastal Crop Raglan by Tiffany Lynn. So I've done the cast on, and I'm using the Hypothesis yarn, Tweedy DK in the Lyra, and I think Lyra colorway. It's beautiful. But I have actually never made a sweater in hand-dyed yarn before. I've always used kind of commercially dyed yarn. I realized I'm gonna have to do like the switching of the skeins thing. I've been telling myself that I have to learn how to do helical knitting, and I know everybody says it's so easy, but for some reason I just had a mental block around it. I was convinced it was going to be really difficult. So I watched a tutorial, and it's so easy. Like, it's so easy. I don't know what my problem was. I'm going to do the neckband, and then I'm going to wait until I get into the, like, around here. Neckband. I am so tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. Let's just look at the dog here for a second. You say hi? She's laying in front of the bed, the very comfy bed that we have arranged for her. She's laying in front of it, not on it. I'm going to, once I get down past kind of the neck band, probably going to knit for about maybe an inch, and then I'm going to start doing the helical knitting. I'll probably switch every 2 rows, just I think to make it a little easier. I don't think I need to do every row. I'm going to go back to knitting. Okay, going for my first kayak of the season. I'm technically not supposed to because I'm getting physio on my left shoulder, but my shoulder's feeling really good and it's definitely feeling stronger. So I am going to go for a short paddle, probably just gonna go kind of up. There's a little island just sort of in front of us. We're just gonna go around it and back. K9 is not coming with us, and neither is my phone because I don't want it to get soaked. But first, I need to find my shoes. I don't want to wear my good sneakers. I can find something else to wear. No, I need bug spray. It's kind of buggy out there because it's very muggy. And I hate bug spray. The only kind I can wear that doesn't give me a headache from the smell is like that, and I still don't like it. I don't like wearing stuff that's got a bunch of chemicals in it. But I am like a serious bug magnet. My husband will take the deep woods off and literally just like spray it all over himself. I can't even be near him until after he showers when he has that on because it gives me such a raging headache. Oh my God, I'm so out of shape. Woo. If this doesn't tell me I need to get back to the gym, nothing does. 40-minute paddle on the way home against the current. Nobody drowned. Okay. You sit. Sit, Ubu, sit. Sit. Who's that? Who's that? What's he doing? Oh, check it out. Incoming. It's early in the morning and the water is so super smooth, so you're gonna have to excuse the no makeup and the bed head, and we're gonna take a little look down at the water. So it is about, I think it's about 8, maybe 8:30 in the morning. It is beautiful. So I am likely going to stay down here most of the day. My husband has to go back, I think around 11:30 to drive his son back from somewhere. So he's going to be home, but I'm going to actually stay here for, I think, most of the day. My father-in-law arrives sometime next week, and then he'll have possession of the place. So I'm going to enjoy every last minute I can get, because we won't be back down here until we have a week in August when he goes to Newfoundland and we're on vacation. I'm going to miss this place. It's like my getaway, my sanity saver, because I hate living in the burbs. I love my house. If I could pick it up and drop it somewhere far away from the burbs, that would be ideal. I hate the suburbs. It's just constantly noisy. You feel like you're sitting on top of everybody. I like nature. Wide open spaces. Some really pretty flowers up there that our neighbor Frank, I think, has some wild roses from the look of it, maybe. Go check those out. So I am going to just finish. It's stinking hot here too. It's like so super muggy. It's insane. I've literally cleaned, I vacuumed, I've just showered again. It's disgusting. Like, it is 11 o'clock in the morning and I've showered twice already. So I am actually, I've got everything cleaned up, but I don't really have to be home yet. John left early. So I'm gonna hang out here with the dog because it's not gonna be any cooler at the other, back at our house. And I'm just gonna do a little knitting and a little podcast watching and relax for a couple of hours, and then I will pack up and head home. Coffee time! We're supposed to get severe thunderstorms today, so it's already starting to rain a little. I'm on my way to work. I gotta get a latte first, because it's a latte kind of morning. So I am going to get my grande sugar-free vanilla latte with oat milk. We are probably going to be able to get one more weekend at the summer house because my father-in-law had to change his schedule a little. So we're gonna go up tomorrow after work. I might drive up on my lunch hour because it's only a half-hour drive, and then work from there for the afternoon, kind of like I did last week. And yeah, so now I'm just waiting for my latte, and it's starting to rain. It's really raining. Movement. There's like 3 cars in front of me. It never fails. Every time I leave early, because I think I'll leave early this time, I'll get to work on time, and sometimes stop and get a latte, and it never fails. Something happens. I'm always late. Which I'm never late. I hate being late to things. I hate it. I hate it. What time is it? 8:53. You know, I mean, if I walked in at 10 o'clock, they'd probably be like, girl, that's not happening. But I mean, 5 minutes because you stopped to get a coffee. Like if I wanted to leave at 10:30 and run down the street and get a coffee, they'd be fine with that. So I'm gonna sit here and wait and get my latte and then beat it up the street, which I realized I was actually, because I have no sense of direction, so I'm still kind of getting situated as the best routes to take. I realized I was kind of going over, up, and back over, and I realized I could actually just take the street right there and go straight up. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and hopefully cut a few minutes off, because apparently somebody is ordering, I don't know, like the full breakfast meal deal for 5 up ahead, because we've not moved. Just get a latte and let's go, people. So we did get our one extra weekend at the summer house, and we had beautiful weather. We did make it out kayaking because my husband had kind of tweaked his back, and he said he was up for it, but I was like, no, you're not. Based on how you're getting up and down out of chairs, I'm like, no, you're not. So I am hoping to take my trail bike back with me. We have it out here, but it really hasn't gotten much use in the last 2 summers, and I love biking. My husband doesn't love it as much as I do. I think he does it mostly because I do it, and if I didn't do it, he probably wouldn't get on a bike, but I love it. Like, it's probably one of my absolute favorite things to do. So I do want to get my bike out, so I don't want to leave it out here if we're not going to be out here while my father's-in-law is out here. So I am going to take that back with me. I do need to find a bike rack that's just for 1 bike. The one we have right now is for 3 bikes, and it's just really cumbersome to get on and off my trunk in my car, especially if I'm the only one doing it. And if I want to go biking on my own without my husband, then I'll need to be able to do that. My hair in my face. So, yeah, so we're probably going to pack up here shortly and go home. It's still, I'd say it's about mid-morning right now. It's so beautiful. I really don't want to go home. But I have some packages I have to mail out, and I have, I'm wobbling. I have to get groceries and just do some, like, you know, pre-work week prep. I'm doing a huge purge in the house. We're getting some painting done in, I think, about a week's time. We have a good friend of mine, her husband is a painter, and he does all our painting for us. So he's going to come in, and we're getting my stepson's room repainted. the spare room repainted. I'm purging. I'm going through the house and doing a major purge, not just a yarn destash. I'm doing a major purge. Because I think things kind of accumulated over the last 2 years during lockdown, and I just need to get rid of stuff. It's just, I hate having stuff around. Unless it's yarn. I don't mind having yarn around. But yeah, so I have to do that. And then starting next weekend, I need to start doing the fall colorway dyes. And I think next weekend is a long weekend for us. And if memory serves, I may have taken an extra day off. I think I did. Oh, that means next week's a short week. Oh, glory, hallelujah.